Hello, my name is Elizabeth Cartier. I'm an assistant professor of management at Fort Lewis College in Durango, Colorado, United States. I am here today to discuss the research that I have been working on with my colleague, Linda Lowry, an associate professor at the University of Massachusetts Amherst in Massachusetts, United States. I will be discussing with you our research, which is titled Reconceptualizing the Service Encounter, an autobiographical account of the social construction of power dynamics. The host-tourist interaction has been the topic of discussion of researchers since the seminal book Hosts and Tourists, The Anthropology of Tourism, which was edited by Smith in 1977, The Exposition of the Tourist Gaze by Uri in 1990, and The Rejoinders to Uri by Leapier in 1992 and Hollinsend in 1999. Much of the discourse that is attached to the service encounter is predicated on the notion that both the hosts and the tourists are binary opposites, where one engages in productive practices while the other engages in pleasurable consumption, where the social, cultural, economic, and political resources of the tourists and hosts are dissimilar. Service encounters continue to interest both researchers and practitioners, and as a result, there is a substantial number of scholarly articles that aim to increase knowledge of how service encounters are related to guest satisfaction. We noticed in our research that there are four main buckets or categories that most of the service encounter research flows into. 1, there is research that focuses on the server and the dominating role. 2, there is research that focuses on the server and guest and how they exist in equality. 3, there is research that focuses on interactions as fluid. And 4, there is research that focuses on the guest and the dominating role. However, we also noted that there is a limited knowledge of these multidimensional encounters from the server lens. So that is our focus here, to really look at the social construction of power dynamics in the service encounter from the server lens. The purpose of this research is to conceptually clarify the social constraints that are co-created in the service encounter by providing a reconstructed account of how the power differentials and roles are enacted in tourist-host interactions. Our process of really looking at this is twofold. First, we started with an autobiographical account of the service encounter, where I thought about the 20 years of experience I had in the service world and how that was connected to me and how I saw the service encounter. At the same time, I was reading and thinking about a number of different theoretical perspectives and was able to apply them specifically to that autobiographical account. And I did that through the use of Jackson and Mazey's 2013-2018 Thinking with Theory process. The three theoretical perspectives that I was able to apply to my autobiographical account were the unwanted gaze of Foucault from 72 and 77, the three-dimensional view of power from Lukes in 74 and 2005, and role theory of Merton from 1938 to 1957. As you will see if you're looking at my poster as you're hearing me speak, I give an example vignette of some of the types of vignettes that I've been writing of my experience in the service encounter. This would be on the left side of that green rectangle that you'll see in the middle of the poster. To the right side of it, where you'll see the blue arrows going down, this is where I was able to apply Merton, Lukes, and Foucault to my vignettes, to my autobiographical account, in a way putting together the thinking with theory with the autobiographical account. So really working with my specific account of the service encounter in relationship to the theoretical perspectives and the plugging in and the overlapping process. Through this example vignette, you will see that the social reality of the host-tourist interaction, where tourist assumes a dominant role and host becomes submissive. And in thinking about this vignette, you will see how I was able to really connect what happened to me and what I saw with the work of and the theoretical perspectives of Merton, Lukes, and Foucault. This is just one example of a vignette and how I am really putting together this research in vignette form and then applying it with Jackson and Mazey's Thinking with Theory. Although this is a very short representation of the research that we are continuously working on, I hope that you are able to see some of the possible preliminary findings as well as the contribution here. The major findings that we are coming about from this research is that reality of the service encounter is co-created by the decisions and actors of the actors that are involved. The complexity of the service interactions are more fully understood when we really can understand the roles of the actors involved in it, whether it's in the worker role and it's about constraint, or the vacationer role and it's about freedom, and the related powers situated in the moment and developed from the current and past social systems and roles. We believe we have two main contributions with this research. One, we would like to positively critique the service encounter and contribute to the very broad conversation regarding service encounter and the power that's embedded within it, in hopes that what we are critiquing helps us to reconstruct our worldviews of the phenomena. And second, we hope that our contribution of interpreting the service encounter from a retrospective lens, in which we're looking at the retrospective lens and then also applying it to this idea of thinking with theory, where we are really building on perspectives with other perspectives. We believe that this will allow us to more thoroughly understand the social interaction that is developing between service players and help to contribute to this great body of knowledge. Please feel free to reach out to either one of us if you have any questions or comments. We would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you.